basketball. How I was introduced to Rucker Park was a guy, Antonio Carrera, a.k.a. Mousy. Met Mousy at 15 years old. I was coming from a Gaucho game with my dad, and Mousy was like, yo, you ever heard of Rucker? And I was like, Rucker? Like, I heard about it, but, I mean, who are you? Like, he's older, you know? And that's who, to this day, man, he introduced me to Rucker Park, and that was a whole different experience as well.
And 15, going to the Rucker, man. I mean, walking into that place, man, how did you even, like, was you overwhelmed, or was you like, oh, this what it is? Oh, let me feel that. Let me feel that leather.
Not knowing the
history of it?
Not knowing the history, not knowing like the history of it. At that time, I didn't know like Dr. J played out there, Joe Hammond,
right.
Williams. I didn't really know that. I didn't know that history. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to be out there because I was playing against, you 15, 16 years old, you got cats in their prime. That's like I played against some of the illest jokers. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it would be hard to be like, yo, who the best show? I would be fronting. Like I play, like those big cities, man. What I do realize is, but once again, at that moment, you're not realizing it. I don't got no VR glasses and all that. I can see the future. Like, I'm actually there. Like, every single day that they walk outside is competition. You're talking about, you're not building this way, you're building this way. So, I remember now, the era, every court was packed. You couldn't go nowhere. If you lose the game, you might not play again. This is the culture. This is streetball. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that goofy stuff to where you're doing stuff to where it ain't about making a bucket. It's about making a move. Nah, you better win because you might not get picked up. You do anything goofy on the court, that's my ball checkup. Like, this is the culture I came from. I came from that culture of that streetball, man. And Rucker Park at that time was the main stage. But I played at Dykeman. I played at Canigre. I played at Kingdom. I played at Soul in the Hole. My pops would just pull up to different parks like, yo, and I'm telling my pops, like, I don't know nobody. Because I was a shy kid, believe it or not, growing up. I was a shy kid. And I told my pops, like, I don't know nobody. Like, I don't know nobody. He's like, take your sneakers. We're in Brooklyn. Tillery Park. Yo, I go out there. Boom, I'm doing my thing. Because my game was, and you also got to remember, you're talking about a kid who, like, I didn't work out. I was just going off of my natural ability. And remember, I had to learn how to do something. So it's like when you have to learn how to do something, I like to, like, if I buy something, right? Everything nowadays comes with instructions. And I'll be like, I'm not going to read the instructions because I know if I do it on my own, even if I mess up, I'm going to be nice at this. I don't need the instructions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of different because you're navigating through this joint, and you're navigating as a kid, a kid playing basketball, and you don't know that you're playing for a name. That's also in New York. Like, I don't know that they was going to be calling me a kid from Wawa from across the water, and then it went from that to coming to tracks, and then it went to that to the main event. You don't know these things. I have no clue about this stuff. I didn't say that. I'm not self-named. I didn't get my, like, they didn't like me because of likes. It wasn't no social media. So my thing is, we that right here, we that last, what they say, the dying breed, the last of the Mohegans, the last of the real. And the blessing about it is, we're going to be able to see is spin the block. Remember, the creators spin the block too. Everything comes back around, and we still here. So we spin that block, never spin back around to the real basketball.
Hey, man, let me tell you, check it out. So my first introduction into the Rucker, I'm playing out there for the Long Island Surf. Guess who's on my squad? And the
hold on. You was with wait a minute. Long Island Surf. I went over there for a minute. But you was with the coach who played in the NBA.
George Johnson. I was with George Johnson and Cornbread Maxwell. They was my two coaches.
Oh, 52. 52. So I was there with Sam Werner was there with Sweet Pea.
Yep. That was after.
So
you came after me. But guess who was on my squad that I didn't know he was a heavy at the Rucker? John, rest in peace, John Strickland. Man,
listen,
what you call him, man?
He turned to the franchise. Yo, finishing breakfast. That's where Jay-Z got that from. Because John used to always say, like, he told like finish your breakfast. So when JD said finish your breakfast, because if you miss a layup, Big Trick will always be like, yo, finish your breakfast. Yo, oh man,
I played with John.
Oh, so you were there.
So John said, yo, Agee, come after practice one day. He said, come on, I got a game. I'm like, where at? He say in the city. So, we out in Long Island, so we got to take, he got a car or whatever. But first time we walk in the Ruck, he's like, yeah, that's my man from Chicago. It's Arthur. He played with me on USBL. Immediately, everybody start giving this dude straight love. Like, yo, Strick, yo, hey, what I'm talking about? He was the man out there, bro.
Humble, but yo, Baby John always. Yo, now he had plenty of names, man, that he held up to everything, man. Like, that's what I know. And knowing y'all story, man, and I'm so humble. And once again, I thank my manager, Miss Rachel, because going through this process, like I said, you don't have no manager, you don't have no team. You're moving around and stuff. The thing I like about her is that she played basketball. You know what I'm saying? She was dope in basketball, so she understands it. And then watching it and able to be like, yo, man, you should be doing this. Because she helped spark the fire. My family, we all, my partner, my business partner, Mark, Bullock, a couple people pushed the button, start the fire. Because I was like, yo, I'm cool with what I love to do, man, is give back. I'm a humanitarian. Give back to communities, man. Give back to the youth. Give advice through my experiences, So I'm cool with that because I look at it and say, listen, man, everybody wanted us to go to the NBA. But who get the last and final say? Did we do everything that we were supposed to do to go to the NBA? I know I didn't do everything I was supposed to do if you want to traditionally go that route. But I'm still not going to let them dictate where the best is at. The best is right here. They're looking at the best. Just because we had a different path or went different paths, we wanted to be in the NBA. But at the end of the day, we created our own avenue. And the God chose us to be able to do this right here. This right here is going to last in an NBA shot. And no knock to them. My kids want to go to the NBA. My nephews want to go to the NBA. My nieces want to go to the WNBA. So I'm telling you our story. This is our story. This is what we had to go through. And I can tell you this, and I'm going to tell y'all to the athletes. If you want to be like me and just go off your natural ability, when you run across a person who has natural ability and also work out, you're going to have to get right. And I'm going to tell y'all who that was for me. A guy named Roderick Rhodes. Went to St. Anthony's, played with Mr. Hurley. Like, it's certain jokers, I played with Terry DeHare and them. You know what I mean? Those guys was older than me, but I was young playing. So, get right. And you could do all of the stuff they got, shooting the block like a brick and all that. You can do all of that stuff if that's what you think you're going to have to do. But I tell you like this. Opponents are competitors waiting for a chance to steal yours. And the only difference is going to be what will you do? And I'm talking about on the court and off the court because we're going to be human beings longer than we're going to be life. We're just using what we learned in basketball, which I call ball for life, learning life experiences through ball. What got us here today is our stories. We understand it. So being that we understand it, if something is broke, we can't worry about the government. The government is dealing with our issues statistically. We're going to